Hi everyone, it's Eddie at Eddie Makes Art, and today I'm going to show you how to turn this little guy into these guys. Very simple. So first what we do is get yourself some playing cards. I got these at our local thrift store for like 50 cents. Oh, exactly 50 cents. All right, so, and as most of you know, playing cards have a that smooth, glossy finish, you know, like plasticky. And you can't paint over that. It's hard to get, you know, anything to stick really well. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna rough it up. And the way we're gonna rough it up is with Blick Artist White Gesso and a brush. Really easy. So what we're gonna do, let's move these aside, is we're gonna take, let's take a book page into here, and we're gonna open this guy up. You don't need too much. Now, I'm only gonna do this front part of the card. Now with the number, I'm gonna leave that the way it is, and you know, it can be backed. I could back it with paper so you can write on it. But I think I'm just gonna leave them the way they are. And see, I got a nice, not too thin, not too thick layer of the white gesso. And then, all right, brush strokes doesn't matter. It's not a big deal. What matters is really just getting the gesso on there so the paint has something to grab onto. I'm gonna stick this in water so it doesn't harden on me. Close that up. And we're gonna let this dry, but I've got some already done. So basically what I did is I took, looks like I just mixed some white and purple, actually just very little purple. This is acrylic paint, and painted the card. After the gesso dried, painted the card, let that dry. And then I came back and I had a simplicity pattern, which is basically tissue paper. And I didn't know what to do with it. So when I was working on these cards, I saw the tissue out of the corner of my eye. I said, you know what, I'm gonna use that. And they turned out pretty good. So I took some Mod Podge, this stuff here, and then I just Mod Podge the tissue onto the card. I'm getting white paint everywhere. I barely painted. And then you let that dry again. They dry pretty quickly. So there's not a lot of waiting like this. No, not dry, but we're gonna put that to the side. I'm gonna work on these here. So, and this is what the tissue looks like. Okay, it comes with the pattern. This has been cut up, obviously, but it comes in a large pattern, large sheet. You know, and depending on the pattern, you get, you know, numbers and phrases and stuff, you know. So it's fun to play with this stuff. Okay. I love the noise, that sound. All right. So then what I did is then I took some, as you can see on here, it's got color on it, right? And what I did was I took the Holtz Distress crayons. They are water reactive pigments. I don't know which collection is this. It doesn't say, but there's like earth tones. And they're fun. I've used them in other projects and I like them. And like this, it's water activated. So I have a little spray bottle. And then what I do is usually I just spray some water on my hand and use my finger to smush it around and distress it. So let's start with, about the brown. This one is called Gathered Twigs. I hope you can see that. Okay. just go pick a random one and you just make some marks. Now you can, right after you put it on, you can go ahead with your finger, no water, and just smush it around. Rub it out, rub it out. Okay, right? Now, with this one, I'll show you how to do it with water. Let's put some there. Take a little water in my hand. Wrong hand. There we go. And then see how it kind of gives it a different sort of effect. And spread that out. And then let it dry. That might have been too much water, but it's all good. Because you can come in with another color. Let's do this wild honey. And you can go ahead, go in with that. And then this extra water, use that to rub it in. And you don't have to do this at all. This is just a step I thought gave the cards a little, grungier, worn look. All right, maybe a little more yellow here. Some up here. Now there's still enough water on here or moisture where I can just use my finger. And then sometimes I like to come in with this red. This is aged mahogany. All right. And like the package says, they're very, they're water reactive, but they're very pigmented. If this one is, look at this. That is, in your face. But it works, right? All right. So we got those two done. Let's get some color on these. I'm going to close them up because it's pretty dry in my house because of the heat is on. So I don't want them to dry out on me because, these are not the most inexpensive crayons, so I like to take care of them. All right, let's use these two colors. This is Forest Moss, greenish, and I like this one a lot. This one's Iced Spruce. That's cool. All right, we'll go with the spruce, maybe there. Okay, where's my water? Let's see. There you go, see. And this one I like because it's not super strong, but it works well with the other colors. Like when you start mixing them, let's throw in some green. And this gives you a nice grungy effect to it. I can, you know what, I can come in with the yellow or the wild honey. We'll do a line up here over the black line and then just, there you go. All right, 3 down, 1 to go. And what color should we use? This is, we haven't used this color yet. Let's close these. This one is tea dye. Now this one's intense. It doesn't look intense by the color of the cap, but it's packs a punch. I really like it. We'll do that. I put a lot on there, but that's okay. Get some water. Smoosh it. Sometimes what I do too is I just take the water, the spray bottle, and just spray it on there. Just let it do its thing. All right, so let's set these 3 to dry. Put away our pencils, our markers. Like good children, put away your toys, especially when they're expensive. Okay. Now, this is the card that we painted with the gesso. It's pretty dry. I can go ahead and paint on it now, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to continue with the ones I have already made up because I don't want to make this a super long video, but it's, you know, you get the point of what I'm doing. And then you see on here and here, I backed the birds with some book page, but I didn't use just regular book page. I have some book pages that I've painted with watercolor and alcohol inks. I have all sorts of colors and patterns, and I just go and make a bunch of these in a sitting, and then I have them ready to go for when I want to do, you know, little projects like this or do a collage. Let's see, which one, let's use this one. Okay. Now what we're gonna do, let's pick out a bird. Ooh, I like this guy here. Beautiful, right? Okay, so what we want to do, we want to give him basically a background for the bird to sit on. A little interest. I'm gonna go. Okay, that's good, right? All right, maybe a little bit thinner. Okay. Now, I've already inked the edges of these birds to knock back the white. And I'm going to ink up this little guy here. And then after we glue this down, we'll add a word or a phrase. I had some gold lettering, gold stickers, letter stickers left over from my mom's stash. And that's why I used them on here. I said, I'm never going to use them on anything. I've never used them on anything else, so might as well use them up there. And considering how old they are, we're sticking pretty good. Very good. I'll have to go and look at that brand if I still have the packaging. Let's get some glue stick. Here we go. And I'm using the 3M Scotch Create glue stick permanent. And you can use glitter glue, anything that will stick this down. You could even Mod Podge it down, but if you use Mod Podge, you got to wait for it to dry before you do anything else. All right, let's put a bird there. And let's find a phrase. I pulled some phrases that I've stamped onto paper. So let's see, shine like the stars. That might be a little too big for there. This one is never stop exploring. I like it, but it's white. I prefer something with a little color on it. How about this one? Just one life. This is stamped on a book page. You know, you get pages in a book, usually in the front and the back, that are blank, and those are great for stamping. Just skinny this up a little bit. Give it a little inky. I want that number to show. Maybe we'll do, no, we could do it sideways. There's no rule saying we can't. All right, I like that. Let's glue it down. I hope everyone's doing well today. And the sun is shining here, which is awesome. And it's supposed to be 60 degrees, and it's, what, February 10th, 11th? That's just really strange for us. But, you know, I'll take a 60-degree day over a 34 below day. And I might even wear shorts today. There you go. And that's it. That's how easy these guys are. So much fun. So I encourage you to take out some old playing cards and have a play and see what you can come up with. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day.